Oh my goodness. Yes, it's Ros Boundy Psychic Medium here at last, eventually, all that stuff. I had a bit of difficulty with the iMac again. It's still saying disk full, and I know it's not, so something I'm definitely going to need to be catching up with getting sorted today. So, but we are here and ready for the card reading with the spread that I usually use on a weekday. And I've just noticed my door's open. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're here, aren't we? And so are you, Michaela. Good morning to you. And good morning, Diane. Lovely to have you here. I'm going to switch over to the cards pretty quickly. So, tune into your psychic abilities, your intuitive senses, just connect with that gut feeling even of what your spiritual guidance is giving you, sending you via the messages you're going to receive in whatever way. And good morning, Sarah. Did I say good morning, Sarah? Probably did. I'm losing track. It really does become a bit of a fussy process when the computers, the more that the programming becomes so sophisticated and lost in the realms of wherever it happens and goes and everything, the longer it takes to get things, uh, happening as far as the hard boot. I had to do a cold boot, whatever you call it, several times actually to get things loaded. So here we go. We are going to go over to the stream of to the cards, just welcoming those who are replay as well. Do persist in watching onward. I don't keep rambling. Good morning, Kerry Ann. So here we go to the cards. I'm hoping I've lined them up. No, I haven't. I guessed it. I hadn't done this part fully properly. So I'm just going to loosen that off and up the height because I didn't get that done properly. There we go before we started. All right, we'll just do this. And here we go with the Owl card. This is the first card that I usually share with you. Those who fly solo have the strongest wings. But it's also very nice to flock together when the need is arising for what we need to do. But those who fly solo have the strongest wings. This is the card deck that I use for the other one, is the Inner Soul Guidance Oracle by Leanne and Deb, and that is the wheat card this morning. So we've got that being it's time to plant your seeds for your growth. Sow the seeds you wish to reap and you'll gain from the harvest, which is very appropriate coming up to Anzac Day very shortly. It tends to be in the farming community one of those indicators. If it rains, it's going to be a good season. If it doesn't, it could be a bit more of a struggle with the farm getting things happening. But I know soon afterwards, once the rains are here, it's time to prep the ground and get those seeds sown. And it's no difference to us as people with work and things that we want to do as well in our lives. We do have that pull. We do have, sorry about that, that pull to be who we are with. There just does seem to be some sort of form of destiny in our lives, and we are tuned into, without knowing it, that is our destiny. And it's part of our makeup, and this is part of what we're using as the tools to help clarify and get that guidance. And here we've got the deck that I use is the Sarah Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Lenormand. I use the expanded edition. You might choose not to, it just all depends. There is 36 cards in a Lenormand deck compared to a tarot that has, in general, it's known as being a 78 deck card system. Here we have our cards right now. And, good morning to you, Kerry Ann. I've got some more popping in, so wonderful to see you here. Whoopsie, and the scroll's happening. And Marie, lovely to have you here as well, Marie. They are beautiful cards for Earth Day. I thought that as soon as I saw them too. Really earthy. Hey, Corinda, lovely to see you here as well. And can't believe you're awake at 5 p.m. Well, AM. The AM, there you go, you've corrected that. It's lovely to see you here while I am live, Corinda. And I do have this going out to my YouTube channel. You just do the search for @Ros Boundy. I don't have the vanity URL. So it's do the search for Ros Boundy and then subscribe and like it, because then you can have the notifications and you won't miss out if you prefer a YouTube. And it is, I do set it with a live chat that comes into this stream, like I've been putting up these comments like Christine's. Good morning, Christine. So as far as the Facebook, it's going to my Ros Boundy profile, the Ros Boundy page, and the mytimetv.live. And then I have got it going to the Body Soul app as a live stream as well. So good morning to those who are watching from there. 5 cards. In a cross pattern, we have the park or gardens as the home space, that energy that's there on that card space in the first position. The second position at the right-hand side of the cross is the snake in the workspace. So that's what's representing that one. With the top card in the third position, at the top of the cross is the bear in the unexpected energies there. And the bottom position, number 4, is actually representing your role, and what we've got there is the clover. We also have in the central position, which is the 5th one, and that is the heart, and that represents the outcome, or what I like to feel it as being that pivot, as that central, obviously, because it's the center of the cross. So it brings in the full energies of what is the full reading and the spread. And Corinda, you're wanting to ask what platform I'm using. I am actually using B.Live, Corinda, but I do use the eCam virtual camera feeding into the B.Live. I like the functions of both platforms, but the primary one I use is the B.Live. So, and that's because you'll see at the end why. We've got, with the parks in the home space, it really is bringing all that is the natural energies of the who we are, the how we express ourselves in the public arena, and the almost showing off who, that personality, our characters and everything in that home base to others. It's what is almost the personal face, the personal public face of who we are. We do put out a persona, because that's a natural beingness of who we are. There's a lot that we keep within as private that is just our own energies. And I'm just trying to make my neck a bit warm again because I was a bit cool this morning. So with this, it's, we present ourselves. We do like to look nice and tidy. Like I'd put this scarf on just to keep my neck a little warmer, because I'm a fan of V-necks. They can get a bit cold this time of year when the weather's starting to cool off. And I do prefer, there we go, a short sleeve. I might put a jumper on because it is getting cold. And, we're tizzying up what is our home space with the garden here, the parks. And you can see that this depiction is a beautiful formal arrangement with the stairs and the fountain and the beautiful white peacock there going up into a gazebo. It's full of beauty. And that's what our home is, bringing our fullness into being that beautiful person, that beautiful inner being expressed in the outer world, even in our home space. There are times where vulnerability really can be sometimes very delicate, as far as who really wants to be hurt, but in, as far as hurt feelings, sadness at loss, and all sorts of different things that we can experience in our relationships within our home space. Even not really being fully happy with how our home space looks and all of that type of thing. But it is that vulnerability of lack of, but it's feeling the fullness of what is the best that we are doing with what we have already. We do not have to have all of the big formal aspect of what this is showing to the public. We can just be that beautiful, authentic, pure essence of ourselves even, and have this beauty still shine out in the energies that we share with others around us in our home space and the community. Because part of home, it's not just the house that you live in and sleep in and eat in and share with family. It is community. It is where we live in our town, in the space that we are in a suburb or whatever. Being part of community, being part of country. We do all have our loyalties to our home town, home space, home countries, all of that. That whole expression is part of who we are too. So put it out in the best way that you can, but it doesn't have to be showy. It can be nice and casual like a cottage garden, or it can be the beautiful bush and not have any extra and embellishments, being you in its natural form. So that's what I'm feeling about the home space. And gee, that was a long reading just on the one card, wasn't it? So as we're moving across to the workspace, it's the snake. Now, snake has been in our card readings recently. There is a troll happening, or troll, spammer, whatever. Do not respond. Do be aware of what is around you that you're needing to protect, because I love the depiction of this snake in a tree rather than that feeling of it's always a snake in the grass, sly, subterfuge, all of that sort of thing. That's not a nice feeling. I like the depiction that we get given here by Zero, because it feels like it's that protection. And it's not as much as I have read the guidebook through once, and this is one that sticks in my mind because I was brought up in a Christian-based home, very strong Methodism, and all that involved, and the Adam and Eve creation story and all of it. I don't feel that is the essence of what a snake is. The inner deception we give ourselves is our self-talk. And that's why I feel that this is more about protection of self, protection of what we have, what we're building, as the Leanne's card here with the wheat, sow our seeds and we shall reap what we sow. This is at the point of where we are nearly reaping what we've sown, or what nature has given us, or what work we've worked towards being able to harvest and see the results of. And it's having that little bit of awareness around protecting that, being able to harvest it carefully. Some snakes can be poisonous, others are not. They are beautiful creatures as part of the ecosystem, especially as we are on World Earth Day today. So it's all part of that process of bringing through what is environmental balance as well. We are stewards of the earth is the word I was thinking of. That's part of what my upbringing was. You look after that is your environment to be the best, to be the most sustainable. And we really need to go back to learning not to overdo the resource harvesting. There's a lot more environmental impacts that we need to be learning and being aware of, so that we as humans are not reckoned. It's almost that old saying, we've got to stop shitting in our own nest, basically. So good morning, Kim. You have to watch the replay. Hey, at least it's going to be here as a replay. I was late starting anyway because the computer was playing up. So here we have the bear unexpectedly, really in that unexpected space, really is bringing those moments in our day where we're going to need to do more of that research, need to do more of that work that's going to bring our awareness up around what is happening in Mother Earth. It is Earth Day today. Bring to your mind, bring to your deliberate attention some of that learning, that knowing that you need to have more of an awareness about and more action around it, because the bear is around action as well. So deliberately look up something that will give you more of an understanding about our environment, about climate change, about our way of living on Mother Earth that's going to allow a more natural progression of sustainability for our future children and their children and their children, all of that that is ahead for them, we need to be leaving it in a really good state. And we've basically mucked that up so far, in my understanding. The industrial age was not progress, but it was, we're here now with what we have. We need to be able to manage more sustainably everything. And that's where I think the bear with the work we need to be doing. And it's going to pop up unexpectedly in those moments through our day to day. So, and goodness for that, yes. Absolutely, Michaela. I agree. So here we are in our role. We are the ones who are needing to bring the good luck to Mother Earth for Earth Day. We have to start changing our ways, that it really does bring that wonderful progressive energy into whatever we're doing, so that we are minimalising our use of the resources that are damaging to Mother Earth, and bring forward the processes and changes that are needed to actually change. It's not just changing the luck, being the wishful thinking. It is actually putting it into action and really moving it forward, so that we can feel and think and know that those positives are coming into real action, real sustainability, and moving forward to continue onward with having a beautiful Mother Earth, to having a beautiful Earth that can sustain every person, and have the change that's going to come ahead, that brings in the heart of the situation, and that is looking after each and every person, that we don't have the homelessness, that we don't have starving, and that it's all of those. Look, it's not wishful thinking unless every one of us who is consciously aware of bringing those loving thoughts together to the fore as part of our forward. This is our prime goal, is to bring love unconditionally to every aspect of what our lives are. That then grows out into our community, our countries, our international interactions, and all that we can do and share as even just one person. It really is like that drop in the ocean. One drop has ripples. It's called the butterfly effect. Look that up. It's that type of thing. We really do need to be bringing that forward to our front of mind consciousness. So that's what I've got from the cards today. So hopefully it does seem to be a big subject because it is. Mother Earth, this globe, is a limited resource. It is encapsulated in an atmosphere. We don't have much choice but to look after it for our children's children, for the future generations. And it has come to mind with a day such as this. I wish every day was treated like a Earth Day, that we have got that mindfulness about how we are treading on this earth. Tread it softly so that we can share and live full lives in an abundance of all that is being able to be used worldwide. It is our globe. It is our home. So I'm going to leave it there. It's coming up to the 20 minutes that I've been live. Thank you, Misty. Divine love. I see your message on the Body Soul app. Thank you. Yes, amen, love. Beautiful read and message. It's that, ma'am. So keep being the best you that you can be in whatever way that you need to bring to your forward mind that awareness, that loving energy that is for our Mother Earth, that you can bring more ways of helping others move through that, as well as yourself, in the way that you live your life, being that most perfect you that is unconditionally shared, and grow that out and into the world. So thank you. And thank you, Michaela. Thank you, Sarah. Beautiful words there. See you tonight. Yes, it is still going to be, as far as I'm aware, it'll be at least me if the computer keeps behaving. And beautiful, beautiful emojis there. Thank you, Michaela. Now, I do want to remind you, though, now this for Corinda is part of why I like using the B.Live. Just to complete this, it is the live sales section that I can bring this on. Leanne and I have got the dates now for Renmark, third time lucky, 8th, 9th and 10th of May. The link from that for my Calendly for you to book is actually, to book your own session is going to be able to be seen and clicked on those chats, whether you're in whichever page, and YouTube. So those are the links for the Calendly, and that is why I like to use B.Live. That's the extra that for this particular platform, it makes it so easy to put links in for you to be able to have at your convenience that click. Easy peasy. We do overcomplicate our lives sometimes with so much that we think is absolutely necessary, absolutely we must have, absolutely need this, when I do feel for myself, start to simplify, what do you call it, minimalize, begin that process and recycle as much as you can. We do need to stop harvesting everything from Mother Earth as far as those resources go. There's so much already cycling in the world that even now is in dumps, tips, under the soil that's been buried because someone doesn't want to use it, yet it could have been recycled. There's so much still that we can do. Have that awareness around your Earth Day today and continue that energy onward for each and every day. That awareness, bring it to your actions in how you live your life. Be the best you that you can be within that too. And from the right heart, which is unconditional love, as we have in the centre of our cards this morning. So namaste until tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock or tonight at 7:30 on similar channels, as well as Leanne Winston's page. I think we do it there too. So see you tonight or tomorrow morning. Namaste. And I have to finish this on the Body Soul app first. So that's the process I've just done. Thank you for being here and sharing your space.